Well, hello everybody. Old Ryder here. March 4th, 2007. First of all, before I start here, I'd like to thank Crazy Penguin for sending me this picture. I've had a hell of a time trying to keep this picture and look it over. I've attempted to make this video. This will be the 4th time now. I believe they're actually destroying our internet because we're using it to wake up the world. There's some much bigger things going on here, I do believe, and we have a lot of proof of it right here in these gigapans. Now NASA, when they give us these, they mess with these as well. They take these from very far off, cover them in, I don't know, some kind of film and make everything look red, and where it's just not the case. But when you get into these things and you dig into them a little bit, it's astronomical what we find on the planet Mars. This is Mars here today. These are gigapans from, let's see if we can find the site here. They're from Neville Thompson, and gigapans, here's where it is, right here. So if you want to go and check these out, Neville Thompson, you can go and check them out. This one was given to me by a very nice guy over in Europe, in the UK, Crazy Penguin. He's been a great help to all of us here, and you, sir, are a tribute to humanity. So, without further ado, let's see if we can get into this a little bit and see what we got. Now we're gonna, I believe this is the one, but this one here, I'm calling it the construction site right here. Now as we zoom in, you're starting to see a little bit of something going on here. And we get a little closer. Let the camera catch up. Let your eyes focus. What are we starting to see here? Do these not look like equipment? Seems if I pull it up here, you can see a little better. So go a little closer. Let your eyes adjust. There's one right here, one little piece of equipment. There's another piece. There's some smaller ones here. Truck here, I believe. This is a truck. As we get in a little closer, you can see these things. See the wheels, roof, all that. Silly, you need to go now. My cat is here trying to help me, but she's not helping. So we go in just a little closer. There you see it. Now, I do believe that this thing right here has brought all this equipment to this site. How I figure that is you can see the tire tracks. If I back out just a little bit, you can see the tire tracks going up into this thing. So maybe it's an anti-gravity machine that carries this equipment to wherever they need it. And it appears to be a lot of equipment around here in this spot. Now right here, we have something else. It looks to me like it's a truck or something along that line with other things on top of it. You can see shadow underneath it. So, that to me just says vehicles. These are vehicles. I'm 100%. Now I'm going to try and zoom in a little more with the camera here, see what we can do. No, it's not going to let me. Well, anyway, there's your vehicles. This is our first little look at something here in this gigapan. It's the great Crazy Penguin has sent me. Now we're going to back out a little bit. Well, let's move over here and see what we got. Well, we got some more things going on right here. Little vehicles and whatnot. I would say these are little vehicles of some sort here. Now I'm doing this in the daytime here. I have sun coming in, so it's a little bit different. I tried to do it in the night, but I don't know. These powers that be are not letting anybody do anything. Now, as we look at this a little more, now what are we looking at here? Does this look like a rock? No. No, this looks like some sort of building. You can see the floors. You can see entrances underneath. You know, like a strip mall or something like that along that line. There's another truck, I do believe, right here. You can see the wheels on it. Smaller vehicles back here, almost like some sort of parking lot or something back in there, it looks like. Another vehicle here, down below. And I don't even want to speculate on what that is. Looks to me like some kind of bean back there in the shadow, but it's hard to say for sure. Y'all can let me know what you think. Now we also have things all over the place in this picture. Like, what is that? Orb? Could be. Looks like another vehicle right here of some sort. And these little pink things everywhere, I do believe these could very well be beans. Now, as you look at all this, you can see this looks more like, you know, like a strip mall or something like that. You know what I mean? And speaking of which, I actually found what I believe is, I call it Mars Mart. So let's back out here a little bit, and you can see how all this is built, people. I mean, you know, this is not rocks. They build things different than us. I have a theory. They've had soft disclosure ever since I was a kid. With this show that we have, it's a cartoon. It's called The Flintstones. When you look back over the years of watching shows, these cartoons, The Flintstones, they have built, everything seems to be built out of the rock. The town of Bedrock looks a lot like this here on Mars. Now these things you can see, the different colors, it looks like signage. This would be like a mall, it appears to me. You know, sort of idea. We have shiny things up on top. I almost think this is some kind of ship right here. But I'll tell you, this GigaPen is blowing me away because it's full of things. Look at this. What is this stuff? Are these vehicles? What are they? Now I'm going to zoom back out here. You're going to look at this thing. You'll see how big this is. This is how NASA messes with you. See? Now they take this from way out. And it does kind of look like a rock. Big rocks until you start looking at it and seeing all the geometric forms and shapes. No, it's not a rock. This is the way they build on Mars. I do believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Now what have we down here? Well, your guess is as good as mine on what half of this is. But anyway, we do have what I call Mars Mart. Let me see if I can find it here. Ah, yes. down here along the bottom somewhere. I'll find it. We have this, of course. Which I don't know what it is, but it's got something, vehicles or something here. And what appear to be something else here. And all these things, you know, this almost looks to me like a bus, this thing right here. Or a train or something like that. And you can see another one right behind it. So what it is, I don't know. But these things are all different colors. Different shapes. There's a lot of stuff in this, people, if you take your time and look through it. What is this? Is that somebody standing there? Somebody else? Or is it a megalith? Could be megaliths. Mars is full of megaliths of all different types and sorts. But where the heck did that friggin' Mars Mart go? Oh, here we are, right here. Now look at this. Look at this thing. We're going to go pull in on this a little bit. Now, what do you think of that? Can you see the signage on the end of it? You know, and then the other end, there's something else. Appears to be a bunch of writing here on this or something. And you can see the colors, red, blue, you know, in what this we call rocks. But see, NASA puts that film all over everything so you cannot make out the detail. Now, I can't be sure, but this actually looks like somebody standing there just looking out over the beautiful view they must have. Do you see this? Can you see that? Almost looks like, you know, like a face with the eyes, like, you know, maybe not a face like ours, but there's something there, and you can see it on this, what I would call a building. This would be the side of it, in the corner here. There would be the front signage. So I call that Mars Mart. Or, you know, we don't know what this is, but it's there. You can see it. And you can see when you look at this, this is not rocks. This is built. You see? And you see all the other things up here and whatnot. So I'll tell you, Crazy Penguin, there's a lot of things in this picture that you sent me, buddy. Now, I'm going to go look for the snake you were talking about. I do believe the snake thing that he was talking about is over here in this corner here. Right down in here. Now, would this be the snake we speak of? I'm not really thinking so, but when I get in here closer, this appears to be a structure, and there are two things right there peeking their little heads out of it. You see? Now what this is, I have no idea. This almost, it looks to me, I don't know, it's either a megalith or some sort of signage for whatever they're doing down there, but it could, because you see a shadow behind it, you see? See the shadow? And you can actually see the shape of the shadow here. See? It's like a head of something, and it matches this. So this is, I would say, a megalith, statue, something. But when you look at this stuff, this is built, you see? See how this is built? That's not a rock. There's no way in hell that's a rock. No, sir. I do not believe so for a second. Now, but there's something else right here. Because it's casting a shadow underneath. Could be a ship or something. And what this is, I don't know, but it appears to have eyes, a head, arms, legs. What? Yeah. There's things living on Mars. Lots. Then we have this little thing right here. Now when you look at this thing, does this not look like something? Probably, I don't know, maybe it crashed years ago or whatnot, who knows? But as far as a snake being in that, it doesn't look to me like a snake. But there is a lot in this whole gigapan. It's just full of things. What is that right there? Let's go have a look at that. That's a new spot. There's something there. I move it around because I get different light and I can see different things. There's something else up here. I mean, everywhere you look in this, you're seeing things. Everywhere. So, if you get a hold of some of these gigapans, take your time, get into them, look deep. I know people are going to say, well, it's fuzzy. Well, what do you think it's going to be when you're taking pictures from supposedly out in space? I do not believe they're in space with these. Or from these so-called rovers that are rolling around out there. I do believe that's all a crock too. I do believe these are just people that we have on Mars up there doing this, taking pictures. Because, you know, it's evident. Now, what the heck is this here? See this? This is not a rock. Look at the colors in it, the different things on it, the way it's built. That is not a rock, people. It just, no. That is built like that. But the thing that blew me away the most in this picture, look, we have an entrance here of some sort. Something here. Because we have markings or a megalith right there. So I do believe that is an entrance for something. Ships, beans, whatever. Now, see, what's this purple thing here? Let's go have a look at that. Now, what the heck is that? What could that be? And why is it purple? And all the rest of it is this ugly covering that NASA puts on everything. And you can see. This is some sort of building, cliff or something. You can see it goes right along there. This, what I would call a road, goes down here and down into here. And then we have these roundish looking buildings, like, you know, like your Fred Flintstone type stuff. I do believe that was soft disclosure way back then. Look. What are these things? Are these things that are alive and out in the sunlight, and the other ones back here, you can't see them, but you can see it shining off their little heads. Because we've come to find out that a lot of these, like your grays and whatnot, they don't have any hair on their heads, so it's going to reflect. Now, what is this? And that. And these. They look like vehicles. This almost looks like a tank. What the heck is going on Mars? Look at this, how this is made. You see? This is not what when you look at it, you think it's a big thing of rocks. I do not believe that for a second. I believe this is the way they build. They have a technology, I believe, that they can cut into the rock like butter. Because all of this, it's all the same. You can't say that this is all done by weathering and whatnot like that. There's no way. No way. It all looks manufactured to me. Especially when I back out. Back way out on this Gigapan here. And when you look at the cracks in this, there are two symmetrical and there are two perfectly going up. They're like sections. Like the thing was built in sections, you see? Down here, out here. Let's have a look. I haven't looked too much around the top of this thing. But when I look at it, right away, this whole thing right here, look at that. Just look at that. Does that look like rocks to you? Does it? If it does, my goodness. Something needs to be done with your eyes, because these are not rocks. And when you get in close enough, you can see. This looks fabricated. There's colors, lights, buildings. So much stuff in here. And look at the colors. I hope the colors are coming out on this. I don't know if they will or not. This looks fabricated to me. You see? And what's that? Looks like another vehicle. I believe it's an orb. But then again, that almost looks like wheels. One wheel, two wheels. There's another one here. Red one there. Do they have vehicles on Mars? Yes, of course they do. Why the hell wouldn't they? There is so much in these. But the way NASA gives them to us, we don't see any of it. People look at it and they're just brainwashed into believing none of this belongs. And when they give you these gigapans, they just tell you what it is. They don't let you look at it and figure out for yourself what it is. So I don't even listen to them. Now, what is that? Does that and this, do they not look like beans of some sort? Do they not? They do to me. I look at a lot of this stuff. This could be megaliths, because I do believe if this is the floors, our frame of reference, so these beans would be in this height. So this would be a megalith or something along that vein. Because this, you can see, these are all the rooftops. This is like the buildings. To me, it's a no-brainer. This is all these little things here. These are, I can't get in there past that film. You see, once you get in there deep, there's a film that you just can't get past. NASA puts that on there. There's an orb right there. I believe another one right here. And another right there. So I believe they have orbs. They have vehicles. Trains. And they have the technology, which has been shown on this earth, to dig right out of the rocks. In Machu Picchu, they've shown evidence that it looks almost like they scoop it out like butter. Maybe they have this technology. So anyway, this is what I found in this beautiful Gigapan that Crazy Penguin sent me. I don't know what's going on up here, but look at that. Does that not look like a turtle? Could that be a megalithic turtle? Who knows? I don't know for sure what any of this is, but I notice all the colors and all these things on the side. And when you get in real close here, you see they have it covered up so you can't see. Now these buildings here, they're kind of, I don't know if you can see them, but they look green. A greenish building of some sort. And it's very large. But you can see that all the side of this is all built somehow. Now all this up here, I believe is put there by NASA. Because when I do some of my other programs and I get up real close to this, you can see through it, but not really. Now I do believe there is something really something in there, and they just won't, they cover it up so we can't see it, because these are the parts here that, this here is fabricated, this. All of this soft bull crap they put all over their pictures. But anyway, what is that? What's that? That looks like a helicopter. That looks like a helicopter. Wow. I didn't see that before. That's what I mean. Every time I look at this, I see more and more in it. So anyway, oh, and look at this. What's that? Holy jumpins. And look at the shadow under it. What is this? Wow. Is it a megalith? Could there be beings this big on Mars? Because these ones here, these, I believe, are the beings. These are small. Look at the steps here. What is that? Whoa. See? I'll tell you, the more I look, the more I find. What is this? Signage? Is it a vehicle? It's hard to say, but there is something there. Oh, what's that? Something reflecting? Look at this up here. You're going to tell me that all this is rocks? Look. What is it? Wow. Anyway, we're going to try and get this to load and see if it'll go out. But I'll tell you, people, there's stuff on Mars. I have a theory. I believe some 12 to 16,000 years ago, maybe longer, there's writings about a major battle in the skies and in the universe. Could it be that this planet that we call Earth, the beings that used to be here in Atlantis, who had this mega powers, could we actually have had a fight with Mars, Tiamat, and another unnamed moon? And could it be that we destroyed Tiamat? We put a crap kicking on friggin' Mars, and the powers that be in the universe subjugated our planet due to this. With the technology that we're seeing and hearing about, it appears it would be child's play to them to put a radiation belt around our planet so that anything living on this planet is not able to get off. And subsequently go out into the universe and create mayhem and havoc like it might appear that we have done in the past, or the beings that were here. Just something to think about, people, because there's some reason why we're not allowed off this planet, and why certain people and beings and entities on this planet are keeping everything so secret from us. I'll tell you, none of this looks normal to me. That opening right there, what is that? I move this around, we can see into it a little bit, but not very far. Now I believe these little round things, this is the beans that are there. You let your eyes adjust, you can see them. I bring this down here, you can see. That's why I move it around. Look at this. What are these? Are these beans? I would say yes. Right here. So, look at that one. Holy, he sticks out like a sore thumb, this guy. Look at that. Well, people, I know it's a little fuzzy, but use what was given to you, which is your eyes. Try to train your optic nerves, because they've been training our optic nerves not to see, and actually been configuring us for years to when we see something like this, it's like trigger words, only it's triggers for your eyes. Your eyes will just automatically knock out of focus. I've seen this with many people who cannot see any of this. Not one bit. To me, it jumps out like a sore thumb. But I'm an artist. I can draw anything. And in order to draw it, you have to understand how the shadows and lights work. And that's what I look at. It's the shadow, light, and how it reacts with each other on certain things. Look at all this. At this point, there's so much in these, I don't even know what I'm pointing out. All I'm saying is look at this stuff that they give you. Look, this looks to me like another vehicle right here. And this one as well. Look. What is this? What is going on up there? Now, does that look like a bunch of rocks to you? Okay, folks. I got this from Crazy Penguin. Anybody who watches my stuff or goes to Bruce Sees All, you can see we're trying to get a better telescope for Bruce so that we can see for sure what's going on. Look at this. Look at that. That's How does a rock form like this? What? What? No. No. What the heck is that? My. I'm telling you, folks, every time I look at these, I go back into them and I look again. I see this stuff all through these. And what do we got here? Looks like a little community. I moved the picture around so that, because different spots show you better things. It just shows up better in a different light. Well, this is what there is in this Crazy Penguin. There's a lot of stuff going on Mars, buddy. Lots. Now what I'm going to do here is go back where we started. Here's where we started. I call this the work site. I'm going to leave this sit here for a second. Let your eyes adjust. This is a vehicle. That's a vehicle. This is a vehicle. This is a vehicle. This is a vehicle. That is some sort of vehicle. And this down here is a big vehicle of some sort. I believe they are building something here. And all of these vehicles came on this, because you can see the tire tracks coming out. Anyway, this is what I believe is going on Mars. There's things, people, vehicles, everything under the sun. See, when I move that, you can see them tire tracks going in and out of that. Even over here, there's vehicle there. And this thing has a ramp up onto the top of it, whatever it is. Even over here, there's another vehicle right there. They're building something here on top of this plateau. Anyway, I hope you all could see what's going on here. I know it's a little fuzzy, but understand we're working with NASA, well, the nasshole garbage. So we have to clean it up. And anybody who is listening, please go to see Bruce's Sees All. This man is showing us everything that is on the moon. Sign up to help him get his new telescope so we can see the truth for what it is. This man will not hold back, and he will not lie. Everybody, be safe. Take care of yourselves. Old Rider out.